Two types of electric cars are competing for your attention. First, we have plug-in hybrids, like the Holden Volt or the 2011 Toyota Prius. The Volt sports a strong electric motor powered by a battery with a range of 60 kilometers. When the battery is depleted, a small and efficient petrol engine will kick in and provide the electric motor with electricity. This means you are not limited to short trips followed by long battery charge times. Then we have plug-in electrics, like the Mini E, the Nissan Leaf, or the Tesla Roadster. The Mini E sports a powerful electric motor and a much larger battery that lets you drive 175 kilometers. When the battery is depleted, you have to stop and recharge, which takes about 5 hours. Both technologies solve two inherent flaws of petrol car engines. Firstly, petrol engines run most efficiently only at high speeds, like driving on a freeway, whereas electric motors are equally efficient at all speeds. Secondly, car engines don't accelerate well at low speeds, and you have to do that at every red light. If you want to beat a Mini E or a Holden Volt off the lights, you'll need a sports car. But the question is, how economically and environmentally friendly are they really? In order to answer these questions, we'll be comparing these cars using the fuel consumption label. Car dealers are required to display a fuel consumption label on the front windscreen in order to help consumers to reliably compare the performance of different models. The label indicates the vehicle's yearly fuel costs for driving 1,600 kilometers a month and its carbon footprint, or CO2 emissions, in grams per kilometer. Sure, there's no carbon dioxide emitted by the car itself, but the electricity you put in had to come from somewhere. In most of Australia, electricity is generated from fossil fuels, so the carbon footprint of that electricity depends on which fuel and on how efficient the power plant is. Australia is the world's #1 exporter of coal, so power plant efficiency has never been a priority. Coal has never been in shortage, and that's why we're still using the same power plants we were using in the 70s. Depending on where you live in Australia, electricity is generated from a host of different sources, like brown coal in Melbourne, black coal in the cities of Sydney, Brisbane, Perth and Adelaide, hydro in the Snowy Mountains and Tasmania, and natural gas in sparsely populated areas like Alice Springs and Darwin. 86% of Australians are still using coal power, which in carbon emissions is even dirtier than petrol. So knowing what we now know about the real carbon emissions of electric cars, what fuel consumption rating would the Mini E and the Holden Volt get? And how much will it really cost to drive one?
Extreme places I didn't know. I broke everything new again, everything that I'd owned. I threw it out the windows, came along. Extreme waves I know will part the colors of my sea. Perfect